Hello, I'm Amber Uper, and this is Mini Lathe Amateur. And for this, I'm basically I need to make a angled cut on this wheel here that I'm working on, and I'm going to show you how to do this the easiest way that I can think of to do it. So let me move the camera in closer and a better look, and we'll get on with it here. Okay, so as I was saying, let me roll this out of the way. This is a wheel that I'm working on, miniature railroad wheel, and they're kind of like this when they're done. This one's not quite done, but it's getting there. But on the back side here, you have to put an angle. You can't just leave that flat. And the specifications for the wheel calls for at least a 10-degree angle on this cut, not less than 10-degree angle on the cut. So, in order to do that, there's the easy way and there's the hard way. And the hard way is to try and just hog it out. And the easy way is to take the compound rest and change the angle of it so that you can just use the crank on it to just run the angle. And what I'm going to have to do is loosen up the compound rest and turn it. So let me do that. And I'm going to move this camera just a little more so you can see what I have to do here. First I have to run this all the way back until I get to the screws that hold this thing tight in place. I know people make different modifications on this so they don't have to do this all the time, but I haven't gotten to that point. So if you go much further past this, the thing's just going to come right off of the grooves here. So just as soon as you get to where the screws are clear, stop with that, and then you loosen these two up. Now you could do it this way, but that's really inconvenient because then you got to reach way over here to crank it to move the compound rest. So what we're going to do is we're going to go this way. And now, in order to set my angle, and remember I said I need a 10-degree angle, and of course I've got this in the wrong place, so I've got to adjust that first. I got my handy dandy little helper here. So what I've got to do is adjust this. So I got that's relatively flat. Okay, now, so there, that way I can put my tool holder on there, like such, for the cut. Actually, I'll probably go with one of these for the cut, and just use the proper bit. So anyway, first we have to set up the angle, and what I have here is my little angle protractor. And I'm going to set that up at just a bit more than 10 because it says not less than 10 degrees. So I'm going to set it at 11. And basically what I have to do is put it like that, and then get this. And of course now I got to run this way in order to do that. And what am I in the way of? I'm in the way of that. So now we got to run this in. Got to run it in anyway, so. Alright, so now we're going to do that. Basically what I'm going to do is set that up, and this is square on here, and I've got to set this up so that we have a matching angle. Okay. It doesn't have to be perfect because it has to be at least 10 degrees, not less than 10 degrees. If it's 12 degrees, that's fine. So there's my angle set up. So I can take that out of there and tighten this up. Well, that won't work at all, will it? Because then I'm going to be going that way. Let's try this again. I did say I was an amateur, didn't I? so this is the hard part. So I got to get this far enough over that I can use it this way. Alright, so now, got it like that. Okay, so now I'm good to go again. Alright, so now I got to tighten those up. See, now when I make this cut, it's going to be coming across this way, and my tip will be coming across. Well, first I have to get that to go back on. It's right on the edge of the threads. This should be real interesting because I may have an interference fit here. And it looks like I probably do have. Okay. So I'm going to have to figure that out. It's one of the problems with doing it this way. Basically, I have to move this slide way out, and I have an interference fit. So I have to do something different here. All right, let's get that off there. Loosen this up. I think what I'm going to have to do is crank this way out. Then set my angle. I have to just eyeball it. Reset that. Okay. So here's my angle. Now all I have to do is hold it in one place while I crank this back enough. Tighten it. Okay, it'll go back that far now. So, since I can't go back any further, I'm going to have to, first I got to make sure this is tight. Yeah, it wasn't quite tight, that's what I figured. Alright, we're ready. So now what I have to do is I have to change this. I have to go around this way. Once that's on there, that doesn't have to be perfect. So, put that on. Alright. Now I'm ready. Just crank that in there. Get it right up to there. Make sure the gear is not set. This will be real interesting. So here we go. And that's about all there is to it. I'll have to reset this up to go back to my regular cutting because this is in the way of this, but you get the idea. That's all the bevel I need on that, on the back side of the flange, because that's where the back of the flange is going to be, which is the flange here. This is the flange, this is the face of the wheel, and the back side of the flange is what needs that bevel. And I'm going to have to do the same on the front face, but that's a lot easier to do because it's the other angle. Anyway, that's what I wanted to show you today. Thanks for watching.